Hi. So I today was a day where I could stay at home, and so I did. And looking back, I found myself worrying immensely about the immediate future and my university prospects, my future career path, money, how I'm going to make money. And in that worrying, believing myself to be incapable of handling these things, believing myself to not be good enough to do well at school, and perceiving all of these things that I worry about, like university and academics and money, as greater than me as who I am here, and also creating a future projection and treating that projection to be real by worrying about it, when the future does not exist. It only here that actually exists. And my future projection is actually a reflection or play out of my past, as my allowed and accepted self-definitions, using that event, using this event, the self-definition, believing myself to not be a good reviser, believing myself to not be good at taking tests, not good at taking tests, believing myself to not be an organized person, believing myself not to be a structured person, believing myself not to be someone that can succeed academically, believing myself to be helpless, believing myself to be confused, believing myself to be a 17-year-old high school student who is supposed to be scared and daunted at the prospect of university and university life. Yeah, when all of that is just mind bullshit, which I label as the future, but really is simply a reflection of the past, as what I have previously allowed and accepted within myself to live for me, and that showing itself, the mind as me showing myself who I have become, a 17-year-old student that is daunted at university and making money. Also, moving on to another point, I fell many times because of this same point, only I have never addressed this point in a vlog until now, and it's the point where I feel myself amalgamating with silence, and in that amalgamation I either panic and retreat back to thinking, my old familiar habits of thinking, or I begin identifying with thoughts that generally say, what do I do next? Or I've done it. I have done it, the past tense. What is there to do now? And following from that thought, beginning to speculate about the future instead of remaining in being humble and continuing to apply myself in every moment. And it's actually quite beneficial to know for a fact that I can only do one thing at a time, meaning that if I apply myself effectively in the moment, there is no opportunity for the mind to seduce me and somehow lead me into self-destruction, simply because I've dedicated myself to applying myself effectively. If I just do that one point and insist on that point for eternity and realize myself to have that capability instead of believing myself to be incapable of doing something for eternity, then by applying myself, doing that one thing, I cannot be done by another thing as my mind. Also another point, also another point of embracing. And on Facebook, a friend commented, posted a status that I commented, and I found myself in replying to his response, frantic behavior as if trying to defend myself again, and not writing a response from a starting point of supporting him one and equal with how I support myself in every moment, where writing this comment to my friend is part of applying myself, where, in other words, applying myself includes commenting and supporting this other person as myself. One aspect that I feel has improved, however, is the extent to which I am honest with myself, and through proving to myself over time, realizing that I have the capability to let go of any mistakes and any failures and change instantly in a moment. And after that, merely proving that to myself by standing the test of time in my self-application. Also, I forgot to consider the point that I am silence, and that what is relevant is here, not yet pushing myself enough to live that point of what is most relevant is what is here, and living the statement, here I am here, and doing that within every moment of breath. I haven't pushed for that point extremely enough. I haven't pushed for that point of practically manifesting self-responsibility as living self-forgiveness in every moment, always checking myself from a starting point of am I here or not? And if I am not here, find out how I am not here, and then live self-forgiveness. That's all I have to share. Thank you for watching.